Wow, 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 wow.
Let me feel included.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
You record it. The changes that you just made within get the audio to come through. And just for good measure, you can double check your sound audio output by tapping the PlayStation Home button on the controller and then scrolling over to sound. And within there, you can scroll up to the top and you'll see where your audio is going. So whether that be to your headset or to the TV. Now hear me out on this, guys. I've been using these capture cards for quite some time. And for me, I like to go with the HDMI TV output option. You'll have full control of all the audio outputs for your stream. If I want to listen to desktop audio, I can listen to desktop audio. If I want to listen to Spotify, I can listen to Spotify, all while I'm streaming, all having it recorded at the same time. This is where the Wave 3 microphone I have is just golden because of all the different mixing audio features that I have available. Available to me. But if you don't have that, you can still use the mixer within OBS. You can go to your advanced audio settings and do monitor and output for your Elgato gameplay audio. Just make sure within whatever Elgato software that you have on your computer that you deselect analog. Make sure you're just doing this over HDMI. Same with your PlayStation settings. Make sure you have HDMI TV selected. You probably ask the question, well, how are you gonna chat with people if you don't have a headset with the microphone and all that stuff? Well, guys, I have a second USB microphone that I use so that I can talk to people through the PS5. And then I have a main commentary microphone that's connected to my computer so that you guys hear a good commentary voice. You can check to see if the microphone you have connected to the PS5 is working by tapping the PlayStation Home button, then scrolling over to the microphone icon. And then if you go to look at the top option, this is where you'll see if you're using a headset microphone, a USB microphone, section, you can disable HDCP. You'll have to do this step first because if you don't and you connect everything, you're just going to have a black screen. I don't want you to have a black screen. Now that you've done that, let me show you how to put the capture card together. Go ahead and take your first HDMI cable, plug that into the HDMI in slot. The other end of that HDMI cable will go into the PlayStation 5. Now go ahead and take the second HDMI cable, plug that into the HDMI out slot, and the other end of that HDMI cable will go into your television. Make sure you remember which HDMI slot you put your cable into because you'll need to change your input on your TV to that slot number. After that, you can take the super speed USB-A to USB-C cable, plug the small end of that cable, the USB-C end, into the Elgato capture card, and then the other end of that cable will go into your computer. Once you've done that, go ahead and download the required software and drivers for the Elgato capture card. So if you're on Windows, you're going to want to download the 4K utility tool. And if you're on macOS, go ahead and download the Elgato game capture software. At this point, you're ready to pull in your video feed now that you have your USB connected to the computer. Go ahead and launch the Elgato software for whichever computer you're using. Make sure you have the correct device selected and you should be able to see a picture. If you're looking to stream or do more custom recordings off of the Elgato capture card, then you can use something like OBS or Streamlabs OBS to pull in that gameplay feed. All you'll need to do within one of your scenes is go ahead and add a source and select video capture device. And within there, you can name it whatever you would like, and then just select the Elgato HD60S Plus capture card. It's literally as simple as that for both Windows and Mac on OBS or Streamlabs OBS if you're using the Elgato HD60S Plus. Now, if you're using the other capture card, the HD60S on a Mac, it's going to be a little bit different. I left a video linked in the card that you can go check out. That'll show you how to connect the HD60S with OBS in great detail. Now let's say you want to add your face cam so you can increase that. After watching this video, you will have all the tools you need to start streaming using Streamlabs Desktop to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Kick, or any other platform with the best settings, widgets, graphic overlays, and more. Let's get to it. To get this started, you're going to want to head over to streamlabs.com where you can download Streamlabs Desktop 100% for free to your Mac or Windows computer. I also left a link in the description below so that you can follow along, and it does help out the channel if you use it. Once the program is finished installing, go ahead and select Finish and it'll launch Streamlabs Desktop. And the first thing that you'll be brought to is a page for you to log in with your account. You can log in using a Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or other type of account. Make sure that you allow Streamlabs to connect to that account, and then from there, you'll be brought back to the Streamlabs Desktop application where you'll be presented with your layout editor. To give you guys a quick tour around Streamlabs Desktop, let's first start off on the left side where you're going to see this arrow icon that's pointing right. Click on that and that will expand the left side panel where you're going to see at the top application specific customization features such as the editor where you can modify the layout of what your stream command center looks like. You can also enable studio mode in this section, which is great to do in case you want to modify some of your scenes. Below that, you're going to see your mic auxiliary device one, and if you select this drop down, this is where you can choose the microphone of your choice that's plugged into your computer. So in my case, it's this Elgato Wave 3 microphone, so that's what I would choose in this setting. If you do decide to keep this at default, Streamlabs Desktop is just going to take in the microphone that you have set at your operating system level. Jumping over to the video section, this is where we can set our bass and